Is this holiness? Is this righteousness? Well, each year at this season, on the last day of the Roman month of October, millions of people enjoy a night filled with fun and games, dressing up in costumes that represent devils, demons, and witches. It's all part of the tradition known as Halloween. Trick or treat, that's the phrase of the night, and childish pranks are played. And of course, this is all done for pleasure, and after all, it is for the children. They need to have a nice time and enjoy life. But is this what you want your child to practice? Where does Halloween come from? Most holidays commemorate or celebrate something. But what about Halloween? What is Halloween actually a celebration of? The word Halloween itself actually originates in the Catholic Church. It comes from a corruption of All Hallows Eve, celebrated on November 1st, All Hallows Day or All Saints' Day, a Catholic day of observance in honor of saints. But in the 5th century BC, in Celtic Ireland, summer officially ended on October 31st, Samhain, the Celtic New Year. To the ancient Druids, the end of October commemorated the festival of the waning year, when the sun began his downward course, and ripened grain was gathered from the fields. Samhain, or summer's end, was celebrated with human sacrifice, augury, and prayers for the dead. For at this season, spirits were thought to walk the earth, and evil had power over the souls of men. But in the 1st century A.D., Samhain was assimilated into celebrations of some of the other Roman traditions, such as the day in honor of Pomona, the Roman goddess of fruits and trees. The symbol of Pomona is the apple, which explains the origin of our modern tradition of bobbing for apples on Halloween. The Romans adopted the Celtic practices as their own. In 601 A.D., Pope Gregory I issued a now famous edict to his missionaries regarding the beliefs and customs of the peoples they wanted to convert. Rather than try to banish native peoples' customs and beliefs, the Pope had his missionaries to incorporate them and allow its continued worship. In 835 A.D., Pope Gregory III moved it to November 1st. October 31st, known as All Hallows Eve, now held sanctity as Halloween. With its traditions of witches and ghosts and hobgoblins, its games and its incantations, is still a time for pranks and parties in homes throughout the world. So what does our Heavenly Father Yahweh tell us about such traditions as these? Do not turn to mediums nor familiar spirits. Do not seek after them to be defiled by them. I am Yahweh. Leviticus 19, verse 31. The customs of holding a festival at harvest time goes back thousands of years ago. The last day of the year in the old pagan calendar, October 31st, served a triple purpose of bidding bye to summer, welcoming winter, and remembering the dead. And the person who turns to mediums and familiar spirits to prostitute himself with them, I will set my face against that person. Leviticus 20, verse 6. The Halloween lantern, made from a hollowed-out pumpkin or turnip with a candle inside it, is simply a relic from the days when food offerings were made to the spirits of the dead. But wait, isn't this just for fun and games? Isn't the burning of fire and the carved-out pumpkins and lanterns inside just a harmless way of entertainment and enjoyment for our children, you ask? Let there not be found among you one who sacrifices his son or his daughter in the fire, or who consults familiar spirits, or a wizard, or a necromancer, one who seeks the dead. Deuteronomy 18, verses 10 and 11. The tradition of Halloween is steeped in just the abominations that Yahweh told us not to whore after. Consulting these abominations is the worship of demons. But I say to the things that the unbelievers sacrifice, they sacrifice to demons, and not to Yahweh. And I do not want you to have fellowship with demons. You cannot drink the cup of Yahweh and the cup of demons. You cannot partake of Yahweh's table and of the table of demons. Do we provoke Yahweh to jealousy? Are we stronger than he? 1 Corinthians 10, verses 20 to 22. Is this what you want your children to follow? Call now and ask for our free booklet, Halloween, Modern Sacrifices of the Dead. Get your copy now. Simply call 1-800-613-9494 or visit our website at www.yahweh.com. Halloween, Modern Sacrifices of the Dead.